inside a box beneath the stairs. A girl in cut-off jeans and sunlight standing without care. She's laughing at whoever held the camera that day, with her whole life still in front of her and nothing in the way. I stood there in the hallway for a long and quiet minute, trying to remember how it felt to be that free. She was 22, with her head down and her heart open wide. She was 22, didn't know yet what was waiting on the other side. I look at her and love her, and I barely know her name. She was 22, and I will never be her again, and I would not trade places all the same. She thought that she was ordinary, thought she had no light. She worried about everything and cried most every night. If I could sit beside her now and tell her what I know, I'd say, honey, you are braver than you'll ever let yourself be told. But she had to live it all the way to understand that the woman she'd become was worth the journey and the scars. She was 22, with her head down and her heart open wide. She was 22, didn't know yet what was waiting on the other side. I look at her and love her, and I barely know her name. She was 22, and I will never be her again, and I would not trade places all the same. There's a grief in growing older that nobody warns you of, not for what you lost, but for the girl you left behind. I hope she knows I carried her through everything that came. I hope she knows I think about her every now and then, with nothing but kindness in my mind. She was 22, with her hair down and her heart open wide. Oh, she was 22, didn't know yet what was waiting on the other side. I look at her and love her like a daughter, like a friend. She was 22, and look how far we've come. Look who we are now. Look how this story ends. I see you, girl, I always did. Never wrote me poetry or filled a room with flowers. He showed up when the pipes burst on a Sunday in the cold. He sat with me in waiting rooms through more than a few hard hours, and never once made me feel like that was more than he could hold. The world rewards the grand gesture, the fire, the dramatic scene, but nobody writes the love songs for the ones who just stay clean. The man who stayed when staying wasn't easy or exciting or new. The man who stayed when half the world would have walked right through. No headlines, no glory, no roses in the rain, just a quiet kind of faithful that I'll never stop being grateful for. The man who stayed. I watched him age beside me, watched the gray come in his hair, the way he reads his book at night, not knowing that I'm looking. There's a tenderness in ordinary that the young don't know is rare, a safety in a man whose word means everything he's spoken. I used to want the lightning, now I understand the truth. The thunder shakes the windows, but the roots hold up the roof. The man who stayed when staying wasn't easy or exciting or new. The man who stayed when half the world would have walked right through. No headlines, no glory, no roses in the rain, just a quiet kind of faithful that I'll never stop being grateful for. The man who stayed. There'll come a day I have to face a morning without him here, and every ordinary Tuesday will feel like a cathedral. So I am learning now to say out loud what love means while he's near, because the man who stays deserves to know his staying made it all feel real. The man who stayed when staying wasn't easy or exciting or new. The man who stayed when half the world would have walked right through. No headlines, no glory, no roses in the rain, just a quiet kind of faithful that I'll spend the rest of my life being grateful. The man who stayed, still here, still mine, still everything. We were never the kind of people who said everything out loud. You showed love by showing up, and I showed mine by staying proud. There were words that lived between us in the space we never filled, all the I love yous that we meant but somehow never spilled. I don't carry it as regret, it is proof that some things run too deep for words, and some love needs no roof. What we didn't say lived in every cup of coffee made before I asked. What we didn't say was in the way you always checked if I got home safe. What we didn't say could fill a room from floor to ceiling, wall to wall. What we didn't say was maybe the most honest thing of all. My mother never once said, "I am proud of you," out loud, but she drove 4 hours in the rain to see me get my crown. And when I think of all the love she gave without a word, I understand that silence can be the sweetest thing you've heard. We're taught that love needs language to be counted and be real, but the body keeps a truer score of everything we feel. What we didn't say lived in every cup of coffee made before I asked. What we didn't say was in the way you always checked if I got home safe. What we didn't say could fill a room from floor to ceiling, wall to wall. What we didn't say was maybe the most honest thing of all. If I could go back to the last time I saw you at the door, I wouldn't add a single word, I'd just stay a little more. I'd sit beside you in the quiet like we always used to do, and let the silence say the thing it always said. I love you. I love you. I love you. What we didn't say lived in every cup of coffee made before I asked. What we didn't say was in the way you always checked if I got home safe. What we didn't say could fill a lifetime, fill a heart, fill every empty hole. What we didn't say was everything, was everything, was everything at all. Some love doesn't need a word, it just needs to stay. Used to chase the bigger thing, the louder and the more. Fill the house with everything until I couldn't see the floor. But somewhere in the middle of all that accumulation, I lost the thread of what I was actually living for. And one afternoon I sat beside my garden in the quiet and understood that everything I'd needed had been here. Something worth keeping doesn't always come with a price to say I thought of you, something worth keeping is the small and true. My granddaughter fell asleep against my shoulder after lunch, her whole weight trusting mine like I was solid as the earth. And I sat there not moving for an hour in the heat, because some moments are too full to move and too rare to not feel worth. I've been to all the places that I thought would make me whole, but the things that filled me never had a price tag on their soul. Something worth keeping doesn't always come with a price tag or a name. Something worth keeping is the smell of coffee, it's the sound of summer rain, it's the voice that calls on Tuesday just to say I thought of you, something worth keeping is the small and true. Not the house, not the title, not the version of yourself you performed for all those years just to be enough. It's the Saturday that had no plan, the friend who told the truth, the garden that came back despite the frost. That's the stuff, that's the stuff. Something worth keeping doesn't always come with a price tag or a name. Something worth keeping is the smell of coffee, it's the sound of summer rain, is the voice that calls on Tuesday just to say I thought of you, something worth keeping is already here, is already you. Ooh. You don't need more, you never did. The last box left on a Saturday in June, she hugged me at the door and drove into the afternoon. I stood there in the driveway till the car was out of sight, and walked back through a house that had a different kind of light. Every room still smells like who they used to be, and I don't know yet who this quiet's making me. The kids are gone, and the house is full of space. I keep finding little pieces of them all over the place. The kids are gone, and I'm learning how to be just a woman, not a mother. Finally just me. I made 4 plates for dinner out of habit Tuesday night. Caught myself and laughed until the laughing turned to cry. It's not that I'm not proud of every road they chose to walk, it's just the in a slower, softer pace. The kids are gone, and I'm learning how to be not less of who I was, but more of who I'm meant to be. Empty nest, fullest heart I've ever had. I left before the sun came up on a Tuesday in October, with a map I'd drawn myself and a tank half full of doubt. Every turn I missed became a town. I still remember every door that wouldn't open, taught me what I'm all about. And there were nights I questioned every choice that I had made, but something in the dark kept saying, keep going, don't be afraid. I took the long way home, and I'd take it all again. Every scar, every stone, every place I've never been. I took the long way home, and honey, I arrived not who I planned to be, but more alive. My mother said I'd learn the hard way. Turns out she was right, but learning hard means carrying something real inside your bones. I've seen the kind of woman that the shortcuts never build, and I don't envy anyone who never left their comfort zone. Some roads don't have a name, some roads don't have an end, but every mile I walked alone made room for who I am. I took the long way home, and I'd take it all again. Every scar, every stone, every place I've never been. I took the long way home, and honey, I arrived not who I planned to be, but more alive. There's a woman in the mirror with a silver showing through. She's got laugh lines like a road map, and she's proud of everyone. If I could go back now and do it different, would I? No, I'd just walk a little slower underneath that sun. I took the long way home, and I'd take it all again. Every scar, every stone, every place I've never been. I took the long way home, and honey, I arrived not who I planned to be, but finally alive. The long way home was always home. There were years I wore my bruises like a second skin, kept the lights on low so no one saw how thin I'd grown. I've been the kind of tired that a good night's sleep can't fix, but every morning came and found me still here on my own. I didn't always know the reason I kept holding on. Sometimes you survive a season just to see the next one come. I'm still here, still standing in the light, still carrying every broken thing that made me who I am tonight. I'm still here, not perfect, not the same, but I've got scars that tell a story, and I know each one by name. I've lost people that I thought the world could never do without. I've sat in empty rooms and talked to photographs on walls, but grief, I've learned, is just the price of having loved someone, and I would pay it every time before I'd never loved at all. Some days I'm the storm and some days I'm the clearing sky, but I made it through enough of both to stop asking myself why. I'm still here, still standing in the light, still carrying every broken thing that made me who I am tonight. I'm still here, not perfect, not the same, but I've got scars that tell a story, and I know each one by name. There were hands that tried to pull me under, there were voices said I'd never make it through, but the woman that came out the other side of all that thunder, she's the truest thing I've ever known, and she's still here too. I'm still here, still standing in the light, still carrying every broken thing that made me who I am tonight. I'm still here, not perfect, not the same, but I've got scars that tell a story, and honey, I'm still here, and I'm not ashamed. Still here, still whole, still mine. I used to think that 50 was the beginning of the end. Now I'm standing here at 50-something, knowing what I know. And honey, it was never the beginning of the end. It was always just a place where you finally start to grow. I've done the crying in the kitchen, I've done the 2 a.m. I moved the backpack and the extra plate and learned to be my own. I've stood inside the silence and I made my peace with it, and somewhere making peace, I found my way back home. Not home like where they left me, home like who I've always been. The woman underneath the years, waiting patient, waiting ready, waiting for exactly this. So don't tell me that it's over, don't you dare tell me I've peaked. I got more road ahead of me than I've got behind. And I've never been more ready, I've never been more free. I've never known more clearly what I'm looking for, or what I mean. The best is still ahead. I can feel it in the morning when I open up the door. The best is still ahead. Not despite the life I've lived, because of every year before. I am everything I've weathered, I am everyone I've loved. The best is still ahead, and I am walking toward it with my whole heart open, with my arms stretched wide. The best is still ahead. The best is still ahead. I booked a trip alone to somewhere I've been meaning to go since 1987, when I tore the picture from a magazine, put it in a drawer and said someday, when things slow down. Well, things have slowed, and someday is right now. And it's the sweetest word I've said in years. I called my oldest friend and she said, meet me there. We laughed like we were 20, we stayed up way too late. We talked about our mothers and the women we'd become, how the second half of life, if you let it, is a better one. How everything we lost along the way made room for this. How grief and joy aren't opposites, they're just what love looks like when it shifts. So don't hand me any sympathy for the empty rooms and quiet. I have earned this open morning, I have earned this wide horizon, I have earned the slow cup of coffee, I have earned the long walk home, I have earned every beautiful unscheduled mine alone moment of this season. I have earned it all. The best is still ahead. I can feel it in the morning when I open up the door. The best is still ahead. Not despite the life I've lived, because of every year before. I am everything I've weathered, I am everyone I've loved. The best is still ahead, and I am walking toward it with my whole heart open, with my arms stretched wide. The best is still ahead. The best is still ahead. Full bands, fullest moment of the entire album. Pedal steel swords. To every woman standing in the kitchen after everyone's gone home. To every mother who has wondered what comes after all the giving. To every heart that's ached with all the beauty of a life fully lived. Hear me now, you are not diminished, you are not invisible, you are not finished. You are not the sum of what you've lost, you are the sum of what you've carried and what you've chosen and what you've built from nothing more than love and ordinary days. And the woman you are right now in this very moment is the most complete and luminous and unafraid, in case slow this morning. Watched the light move on the wall. Thought about the road behind me. Every stumble, every fall, every ordinary miracle, every love that made me whole. And I thought, God, what a life, what an absolute luminous heart, one worth every single moment. Life, and the door's still wide open, and I am walking through. And the best, the very best, is still ahead, is still ahead, is still ahead, is still ahead. Sunday morning, second cup. The light comes through the lace. I've got my sweater and my coffee, and I'm saving her my whole face. I straighten up a little even though she cannot see. Old habits of a mother, wanting to look good for she. The phone rings 12 past 10, a little later than she said. I pick up on the first ring like I've been awake since dawn instead, which I have, and she knows that, and we both pretend otherwise. That's the language of a love that's learned to live across the miles. She's got so much happening, I try to listen more than speak. I save the little things all week. The cardinal at the feeder, a strange dream on Thursday, just to have something to bring. When Sunday comes around again, she calls on Sundays, and the world writes itself again. She calls on Sundays. Something broken somewhere starts to mend. I hear her laugh and know she's fine. I hear her tired and know she's real. She calls on Sundays for 20 minutes, 30 if we're lucky. She's right here. She calls on Sundays, and it's everything. She told me about a man she likes. Her voice went soft and careful. I asked one question, just the one, and left the rest alone. I've learned the art of holding back the mother in my asking, of being the safe harbor, not the hand that pulls her home. She asked me how I'm doing, really not just asking. I told her about the painting class, the neighbor and the pie. She laughed and said, Mom, you're becoming someone interesting. I said, baby, I've been here the whole time, just waiting for you to notice, just waiting for the right Sunday to let it show. The call will end too quickly, it always does, it always will. But I hold the warmth of it all week, like keeping something lit against the Sunday evening chills. She calls on Sundays, and the world writes itself again. She calls on Sundays. Something broken somewhere starts to mend. I hear her laugh and know she's fine. I hear her tired and know she's real. She calls on Sundays, and for 20 minutes, 30 if we're lucky, she's right here. She calls on Sundays, and it's everything. There was a Sunday that she didn't call until late evening. I checked the phone so many times. I'd worn a groove in the afternoon when she finally called. She said, "Mom, I'm sorry, it got away from me." And I said, "Honey, I'm just glad to hear your voice." I didn't say how long that silence felt. I didn't say I'd worried every hour, because that's not what she needs from me. It's not what love sounds like from here. Love from here sounds like I've got time, tell me everything. Love from here sounds like call me when you can. I'll always, always pick up on the first ring. She calls on Sundays, and some weeks it's hard to say goodbye. She calls on Sundays, we don't always have the words, but Lord, we try. I hear her life unfolding on the other end. I hear myself and her in ways I didn't plan. She calls on Sundays, and I think she needs it just as much as I do, even if she'd never quite admit that to her mom. She calls on Sundays, she calls on Sundays, and it's more than everything. It's enough, it's so enough. I put the phone down slow, sit with the quiet she just filled, drink the last cold sip of coffee, watch the Sunday light go still. Pick up my little notebook, write down what she said that made me smile, because memory is shorter than I'd like it to be. And some things are too good, too real, too hers, too mine to lose to time. We painted that back bedroom yellow in October '98. You said it looked like sunshine, I said it looked like fate. We built the bookshelves crooked, and we laughed about it for a year. We built this house for 3, and then for 4, and now it's just us here. Last night I set the table, and I didn't know quite where to look. You poured the wine and handed me a glass, I handed you the book. We sat there in the quiet of a life we'd built so well. 2 people who know everything about each other, and somehow still have things to tell. We've been so good at being parents, we forgot to ask each other, who were we before the school plays? Who were we beneath the mother, beneath the father, beneath the years of beautiful and necessary noise? Who are you now across this table? And who am I without that role? We built this house for 3 and raised it into something more. We built this house for 3, now it's just us like it was before. Before the car seats and the chaos and the love that changed our lives. I reached across the table, take your hand in mine, and wonder who we are, just you and I. We built this house for 3, now let's see what 2 can do. You fell asleep reading on the couch like you did when we first met. One arm across your chest, the lamp still on, I haven't forgotten yet. The way you look when no one needs you, when your face goes soft and still. I watched you for a long moment, like a view from an unfamiliar hill. We loved each other in the trenches, in the fever and the rush. Now the house is asking something different of us. Something quieter, something more like trust. Not the trust of crisis, we've been tested, we both know. But the trust of two people with the time now to let the other one show. We've been so good at holding everything together. Maybe now we get to just hold each other, rediscover what we whispered in the beginning, before the world came in and made us mother, made us father, made us strong, made us everything but slow. I'm looking at you differently this evening, and I think you feel it too, in the way you don't quite let my hand go. We built this house for three and raised it into something more. We built this house for three, now it's just us like it was before. Before the car seats and the chaos and the love that changed our lives. I reached across the table, take your hand in mine, and wonder who we are, just you and I. We built this house for three, now let's see what two can do. I don't want to be strangers in our own good life. I don't want to wake up side by side and barely recognize the eyes. We have earned this quiet, let's not waste it looking past each other. Let's be curious again the way we were before we knew each other's edges by heart. Let's take the long way on a Sunday, let's leave the dishes in the sink. Let's ask each other questions we've been meaning to. Let's say the things we've swallowed without thinking, 'cause the kids are fine, they're out there living well. We made sure of that together, God, we really did. And now the house is ours in a way it's never fully been. Two people, one long love, and all this beautiful, unscheduled life ahead. We built this house for three, and every room still holds that grace. We built this house for three, but you and I, we built this place. I see you in the doorway like I saw you years ago. Deeper, fuller, all the better for the years. I reach across the table and I hold you close and know the best thing that we built is still right here. We built this house for three, now let's fall in love with two. We left the porch light on that night, like we always did for them. But this time when we went inside, we stayed up talking past midnight, like we used to, before we knew how fast it goes. And I thought, oh, there you are. I've missed you, I've missed us. Welcome home. No cartoons bleeding through the wall at 7 in the morning. No one fighting over who used all the hot water last. No backpacks drop like thunder in the entryway at 4. No voice calling mama from behind a half-closed door. Just the refrigerator hum and the ticking of the clock, and the creak of this old house settling into what it's got. I used to dream of silence like it was some kind of gift. Now I'm standing in the middle of it, wondering how to live. They said enjoy the peace and quiet, like it comes without a cost. But the quiet has a frequency that sounds exactly like what's lost. The quiet is loud, louder than the chaos ever was. The quiet is loud, it fills up every room, because it's the shape of everything that used to make the noise. The quiet is loud, with the echo of their voices, with the ghost of all that joy. The quiet is loud. I turn the television on and let it talk to no one. I played an old record just to feel the house less bare. Joni Mitchell in the kitchen on a gray November Tuesday, singing about clouds, and Lord, I felt her everywhere. I thought about the years I spent just wishing for 5 minutes, one uninterrupted thought, one cup of coffee while it's warm. Now I got all the minutes and the coffee and the silence, and I understand at last what I was shielded from. They said this is your time now, like it comes without a wait. But time without a reason is a door without a gate. The quiet is loud, louder than the chaos ever was. The quiet is loud, it fills up every room, because it's the shape of everything that used to make the noise. The quiet is loud, with the echo of their voices, with the ghost of all that joy. The quiet is loud. But somewhere in the 3rd week, I began to hear it differently. Not the sound of absence, but the sound of what remains. I heard my own breath steady, I heard my own heart speaking, in a voice I hadn't listened to in what felt like decades of days. The quiet isn't empty, it's the space between the notes, and every song worth singing needs that space to make it whole. Maybe this is where I find her, the woman underneath the mother. Maybe the quiet isn't lost, maybe it's just finally room for my own soul. The quiet is loud, but I'm learning what it means. The quiet is loud with the life I've lived and everything I've been. It's the shape of love that stayed here, in the walls, the floors, the light. The quiet is loud, with a different kind of music now. And I think I'm gonna be alright. The quiet is loud. I turned off the television, let the record reach its end. Sat down in the stillness like it was an old friend. The clock kept ticking gently, The light came golden slow. Some silences aren't empty, they're just full of things you finally get to know. The door was cracked the way you always left it, half open like a question, like a dare. I stood there in the hallway for a long time before I let myself breathe all that air. A poster on the wall from 2009, a paperback face down beside the bed. Some rooms don't just hold furniture and memories, they hold the whole long story of a life not finished yet. I didn't go in to grieve you, I went in just to feel how a room can hold a lifetime and make it all so real. Their rooms hold everything, every age they've ever been. The 4-year-old afraid of thunder in the night, the teenager who thought I'd never understand. Their rooms hold everything, every version, every dream. I could stand here till the morning turns to light, just holding all of it as long as I can. There's a trophy leaning crooked on the bookcase, a friendship bracelet tangled in the drawer, a note I wrote on that first day of middle school, folded up like something worth keeping tucked behind the door. I remember being so consumed with what came next, the carpool lines, the homework, getting through. I never stopped to memorize the ordinary. Now ordinary is the only thing I choose. I didn't go in to grieve you, I went in just to say that every mess you ever left me was a grace I didn't know I'd miss this way. Their rooms hold everything, every age they've ever been. The 4-year-old afraid of thunder in the night, the teenager who thought I'd never understand. Their rooms hold everything, every version, every dream. I could stand here till the morning turns to light, just holding all of it as long as I can. Pedal steel rises, I won't change a single thing, not yet. Let the posters hold their color on the wall, let the rumpled pillow keep the shape of who you were before the world called you down the hall. Because someday you'll bring someone home to meet me. Someday there'll be little voices voices running through these rooms, and I'll tell them this is where your parent used to dream. Love, right here in all this beautiful and ordinary gloom. Their rooms hold everything, everything I thought I knew about love and time and letting go with open hands. Their rooms hold everything, and so do I, because of you. Some gifts take half a lifetime to understand. I pulled the door back to that half-open place, the way you always left it, just in case. Some rooms are not for closing, they're for keeping the light on and leaving space. Six o'clock and the light comes through the window just the same. I reach into the cupboard without thinking of your name. 2 white plates, 2 silver forks laid out without a thought. Funny how the hands remember what the mind forgot. Catch myself mid-motion, standing still above the stove. The kitchen doesn't know you're gone, it just keeps carrying on. Still setting 2 plates at the table, still pulling out the chair on the left. Old habits are the last to get the message. The heart holds what the head won't let go yet. I made too much spaghetti on a cold October night, put the extra in a bowl and left the porch lamp on the light. These are things I never noticed, rituals of care. You don't know what love looks like till it's standing in thin air. I catch myself mid-motion, somewhere between the grief and grace, learning how a life of giving leaves fingerprints on every place. Still setting 2 plates at the table, still pulling out the chair on the left. Old habits are the last to get the message. The heart holds what the head won't let go yet. But maybe there is mercy in these motions. Maybe muscle memory is prayer. Every plate I set was love made visible. Every meal a way of saying I was there. And I would do it all again, without a question. Every school night, every fever, every fight, still setting 2 plates is just my way of saying, God, what a beautiful and ordinary life. Tonight I'll leave the extra out a little longer, for all the years of you, my daughter, my son. I put one plate away, just one, and stood there in the quiet of what's done. Some love doesn't need a reason to remain. It just sets the table every night the same. It's still there by the door, I can't move it yet. One strap hanging low, like a question I regret. I washed your coffee mug and set it on the shelf. 17 years of mornings, now it's quiet as myself. This day was coming, I counted every sign. I swore I would be ready, Lord, I thought I'd be just fine. The last backpack by the door carries more than clothes and books. So much more, I let you go. That's what I'm supposed to do. But echoes of you linger on the floor. Your sister called at noon, she said, "Mama, you alright?" I said, so proud of her, and ended in the light. I swept the kitchen floor until the afternoon turned gold. Strange how love finds room to grow in everything you let go. I knew this day was coming, I've known it half my life, but nothing ever told me how empty full could feel inside. The last backpack by the door carries more than clothes and books. So much more, I let you go. That's what I'm supposed to do. But echoes of you linger on the floor. Baby, this is just love, learning how to breathe on its own. Maybe all these silent rooms are spaces I can finally call my own. Who was I before the school runs and the sleepless nights? Maybe she's been waiting all this time, quiet in the doorway, holding the light. The last backpack by the door, I finally moved it. I can't hold still no more. I let you go, and God, it was the right thing to do. But I will love you to my very core. I hung it on a hook where the morning light comes in. Some things you hold forever, not because you're holding on, but because they made you who you've been.